Okay, well, new day, new blessings, and same abundant source of creation. So the way Monty and I start every episode, every meeting, anything truly, is we start with 3 deep breaths to kind of just land.
I love that.
Because this world is chaotic.
Let's
It
regulate.
is chaotic. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to regulate. So
Truly.
we'll take 3 deep breaths together, led by Monique.
Yeah. So if you feel comfy, you can
Yeah.
close down your eyes.
Love.
And we'll start by just tracing the breath from the base of the belly and moving it up slowly through the rib cage, through the chest, through the heart space, through the throat, through the temples, and hold it at the crown. And on the exhale, we'll breathe presence into the space. Presence that we get to share together. Presence that we have brought into this space. And we'll do one more, tracing the inhale upwards, allowing the breath to fill the belly, the rib cage, the heart space, the throat, the temples, and hold it at the crown. And on this exhale, we'll breathe gratitude into the space. Gratitude for this breath in our lungs, for being able to wake up and move here this morning. Gratitude for the sound of our voices. Gratitude for this life that we have. And we'll do one more inhale, even deeper than the last, tracing the breath up through the belly, the heart space, the throat, the temples. We'll hold it at the crown. And on the exhale, we'll breathe enjoyment out into the space. Enjoyment for all the mundane moments, enjoyment for the momentum, enjoyment for this new month that we've began, for this new season that we've began. And with that, we'll begin.
You ate that up. Like, no, you need to do some sort of audiobook or that Calm app. I don't know what it is, but I need a recording of that.
I can make that happen.
For real.
Yeah, we're gonna
Like,
Your ringtone in the morning, your alarm sound.
literally.
talk to Kiara later.
Yeah, sell that shit. That was incredible.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. Worse.
For the people that don't know you, we are blessed with the presence of Faces by Adam on Insta. Also, your dear friend Adam.
Yes.
What's your last name?
Oak9.
Right. Adam.
Yeah.
Oak9.
It's Hebrew Arabic, like somewhere in between.
Mm.
It means son of Jacob because it's really Waknin in Arabic, my last name, but we made it English when my grandfather moved here. And the Wak means Yak, which means Yaakov,
Yeah.
which means Jacob,
Yeah.
and Nin means son of in Hebrew. So it's son of Jacob, so Jacobson in English, but we have a weird English Arabic version that's somewhere in the middle.
Wow. Did you know every time we do a podcast, we ask what the meaning of your name is?
Oh, perfect.
You're like,
One step ahead.
you're on the ball.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Adam, because I'm the first man on earth.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, that kind of segues perfectly into, we want to just start at the beginning,
Yeah.
because for those of our viewers that don't know you, you are a celebrity makeup artist, an amazing artist
Thank
and
you so
creator.
much.
And you have glammed numerous, wonderful creators as well.
You being one of them. Multi-time model, of course.
Yeah, my favorite glams ever.
And we need another one soon.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Please.
Soon. Yeah, you've glammed numerous people. I mean, Frankie Grande for a while. Who else? Huda from Love Island.
Yes.
You glammed. Just now at the Grammys, Georgia.
From Flow.
Yeah. Epic. And then just recently, Tyla.
Yes. That was like 4 days ago. Just on Saturday. I was flown out to LA, and that was the first time. So it's become a new era as of so recently. Like you said in that breathing, like we're entering a new season, and it already feels like that in terms of career growth as recently as this past weekend. So crazy.
That's epic. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
But before all of that, and before, all of this growth, there was you, just as a little guy.
Yep.
A teeny tiny Adam. And could you just tell us about what life was like as a teeny tiny Adam, and what your childhood was like, but also what you were doing like in your bedroom? Yeah.
In my bedroom, and my dad would always remind me of this nowadays, was piles of ripped up artwork, because I would draw and be so hard on myself and tear it up if it was even slightly imperfect. And my dad would like tape them back together and be like, wow, this eats. Like, what do you mean you're throwing this out? How dare you? And that's what my bedroom looked like. It was like an art studio from childhood. I knew I was born to like use my hands to express myself, and I was just a really OCD kid, and I didn't know it yet. Like, I had to have things flawless, and from an early age that was who I was in every part of my life. Like, my food had to be very like particular, and to this day the only meat I eat is white meat chicken breast, because I don't know if it's a little autism, a little OCD, but something prevents me from things being imperfect. Like, if meat is fatty or on a bone, I'm disturbed. And that is true to so much in my life. Like, if I spill on my clothing as a child, I would have to go home and change. I would have to leave school because I could not handle being like imperfect. But I've done therapy, and it has helped me to now allow that part of myself to only show up in my makeup work, where I demand like symmetry, and I need things to like manifest on the face the way I've looked at them on Pinterest and in my dreams. So little Adam was already obsessed with perfection, but he didn't know how to also like let himself breathe yet. I was always a crier. I was like always scared, and I didn't know why, because I've always thought I was like pretty charismatic and funny, but I was terrified to let people even in. So like that part of myself only existed at home, and then I would go to school and be kind of shy, and it was like almost like faking shy, because I wasn't. I just was scared to be like perceived as anything but flawless. And I guess flawless to me in my head at that point, even in childhood, was sort of like keeping a distance so that people didn't really like get to see those parts of me, because I knew that when I would spill on my clothing, I would cry, and then they knew I was like an insane little kid who was like very OCD. So yeah, I was also very free though. I think for a queer child growing up, a lot of queer experience is viewed as traumatic, and even with like Heated Rivalry, every straight girl is like, Adam, have you watched Heated Rivalry? It's like, no, I don't want to watch every queer piece of media being made about the coming out experience. I want to watch queer people on TV be happy, because as a queer kid, I only got to see movies like Love, Simon, or like 13 Reasons Why. Every queer character is traumatized in television, and as a queer kid, I only viewed my next step as trauma, kind of. I was like, well, every character that I'm seeing that is queer from my childhood is traumatized on these shows. So I came out really quickly so that nobody could beat me to it. So I also think I was quite free at a young age. Like I did let people know by 12 years old that I was gay, my friends, family, everybody, and I think that's kind of rare to some degree. So despite being like very scared of being perceived, I also like had to exist, if that makes sense. Like I still took up space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted to go back to the beginning things that you were saying
Yeah.
of learning how to like channel that perfectionism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to do.
It is.
That takes a lot of practice, a lot of training.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when we learn how to do something physical, shifting your mental energy takes so much. It's your spiritual energy, it's your emotional energy, it is physical energy.
Yeah.
So how have you learned how to give yourself grace in those other realms while maintaining that high quality of perfection in your work?
I think it's a matter of like maturity to some degree. I think experience has taught me that you really cannot control things and you will lose your mind if you try to, because people may not necessarily meet you where you're at or show up for you as you need them. And sometimes people really will impress you and, get you the help you need when you need it. But I do think trying to control every situation now as an adult has proven impossible. And even in my work, like you'll be booked for the biggest star and it will be the most chaotic, most torturous glam session of your life. And you still know that that makeup's going to be photographed by Getty Images and you don't have control over it. So even just that level of like, and not in a big ego way, but that level of glams I'm reaching now and the people I'm working with, I know I don't have control over it, how it goes out into the world. Like back in the day at Muse, I could, text the photographer and be like, delete that one,
Fully.
or be like, can I retouch this myself? But in this day and age, even just in terms of like, with Tyla, I was booked the night before and the flights were, so much more expensive and I had no time to sleep. And in those moments back in the day, I would have broken down, cried, and froze, but I don't have permission to freeze anymore. Like I have to keep going. And I think that's true to life in a positive way as well, where like you just like shit's gonna keep going whether you like it or not. So you have like, let's say you're like, oh, I really hope by next year I'm achieving this thing. Well, you have a year to make it happen. Like you have every day to wake up and be like, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy, but I still have to try because life's going to be, 3 years, 3 months from now, either way. So if I'm going to chase perfection, it's not going to work out for me because I'm never going to ever like settle on a project being done or be happy with my work and post it. So a lot of my work, I wish I had done something a little different. I wish the lip color was a little different. I wish the brow was, one hair was flawless, and sometimes it's not, and I still have to post it. I still have to share the work, get it out there because it's what's led to this. And if I made sure each and every moment of my life nowadays was flawlessly perfect, I wouldn't be sharing it because it's not real. And then I wouldn't be achieving what I am. So I've realized that living through the imperfection and just kind of allowing myself that grace to share my art when it's not 100% face tuned to filth, like it's what's led me to where I am. So I've trusted it. I think it's a big thing of like the universe rewards when you trust uncertainty, in my opinion. Like if you trust the uncertainty of, will this post do well, or will I make it to LA on time? You just have to go. You have to go, because if you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared, my flight might not make it, it's snowing, like, I don't know, you have to go, try. You might, otherwise that chance might miss you. And I really don't think what's meant for you won't miss you, but like you still have to make the effort to chase it. Like I think there's a big way to trust uncertainty, but you also got to work, and you have to let the universe take you, and you have to take the universe with you. You have to chase those dreams, and it will work if you really want it.
Something that Morgan and I always say is 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah,
And you have
exactly.
You
have to go. Like
you don't know what's there, but you just have
start
to go.
going. Yeah,
And also that if you leap, the net will appear.
Totally.
Which is exactly what you said. Like, you have to fall into the unknown in order to see what's on the other side.
And my career started that way. Like, from the jump of this career, it's been imperfect because I dropped out of school. Like, and I didn't even know what I was doing at school to drop out. Like, it started at Queen's.
Whole journey. So after Little Adam, you came out.
Yeah.
You were like 12, 13. And did you know that you wanted to be doing makeup? Or when you went to school, you had other
I did. Yeah. I from a young age knew that there was a lot more femininity in me than I was ready for. And I thought initially, early on in high school, that I was maybe trans. And then I was like, wait, no, not quite. Like, I don't have body dysmorphia. I just want to also express femininity. And am I allowed to do that and stay a boy? And I was not sure. So then I discovered drag. And through watching Drag Race in high school, I was like, okay, these are all boys. Well, I mean, some are trans women, of course, and they win too, and they are but a lot of them are boys just like I was, and they were full on fishy women, like down. And I was like, wow, okay, so they can do both, and it can be an art form purely, because Drag Race has nothing to do with sexuality in terms of like, you're not selling the femininity. It's art. It's for once, like, femininity is not quite objectified. It's more like, how can we take it and like make it beautiful? And so I loved that element of how I could chase that, but I never really tried. I just sort of like watched tutorials and like obsessed over it and fanned over it. And in high school I had really bad acne, so I started wearing like a little concealer, but I didn't really aim to like be a makeup artist at that point. So then, leaving high school, I had no real like passion for anything, because all I cared about was like finding myself. I feel like a lot of your queer childhood is like deciding which parts of you you're faking and which parts of you are real, and like trying to extract those real ones and allow that to become like who you actually are, because for so long you're like hiding it. So leaving high school, I had no passion for anything but like drag, and I was like, fuck, what do I do? So I applied to Queen's University to be a French teacher, because French is one of my first languages. And I was in Con Ed, lost, like, why am I here? I don't want to be a French teacher. I only applied to this because I wanted to go to Queen's, because that's where my high school is going. And also because I could speak French, and it was like a job I could get that made me fit into like the path of my high school friends who are all university bound. But then I got there and I made no friends. And I was like, shit, I'm not going to thrive here if I like stick this out. Like, this is kind of a path of doom, which you should not feel when you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for an education. So I joined clubs, and shout out Muse Magazine, which was my safe space at Queen's. It was where I finally found the like few queer people that existed in the school, because nobody else was as dumb as us to go to Queen's and be queer. Like, why? I mean, there is space for them there, more than enough space. And I hope queer kids at Queen's continue to grow and thrive, but it's a frat school, like, let's be for real. And it's also like not an arts school. It's like very science and business and like teaching, like nursing, stuff like that. So Muse was like a safe haven of the few queer people I could connect with and be creative with, but I only realized too late into first year. So I was trying to join the magazine well after like positions had been confirmed already. So the only position they had left was makeup artist, because of course, like, there wasn't really much makeup artist talent at Queen's. Or no, there is, but it wasn't what people were there for school. So people weren't stepping up. Like, they were, if you're in like any actual like hard program at Queen's, you don't really have time for like doing makeup for a school magazine, I feel like. So I had plenty of time because I didn't care about my classes at all. And I applied because I figured if that's the only position, I don't do makeup, but I feel like I can, because like I had a background in fine arts with like painting and drawing throughout high school, and so I felt like I knew color theory and shading and blending and all those things. And I was like, I've watched enough tutorials. People already call me James Charles, so I mean, I rebuke that, but I might as well give it a shot. And
Sure.
I kind of, like, again, not in a big ego way, but I have to be honest with myself. I felt like a prodigy early on because I had so much experience with like hyper realism painting throughout high school. I loved like perfection. So I was doing like very like realistic art style. And so I knew how to paint faces. Like I knew how to make features contoured or accentuated because I was doing that on a canvas all the time. And even at Queen's in Con Ed, I was minoring in fine arts.
Right.
So makeup sort of came naturally. And then I just found the prettiest girls at school. And as a little gay boy, of course, they like gag for you. Like it's a funny experience being a queer man, especially like a feminine one, because you really connect with women more than you do men in a way. So I was very comfortable asking random girls I had never met to come over to my dorm room so I could glam them with like Dollarama makeup. Maybe like, I think Muse gave me like a $50 bill. I hope they're doing better now. But they gave me like a $50 bill to build a kit. And so I had nothing really but a goal. Really, all I had was a dream at that point and a few products. And I started a whole makeup account just based on joining a magazine, and a year later dropped out doing makeup full time.
Wow.
And it was a dream come true, but like truly an accident and also like fate.
Yeah. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like, that's a perfect example.
I think it's also important that you say you felt like a prodigy at first, because a lot of young people who are really, really good at something are not always told to do that thing. Or if they're like, they think they're good at something, or their parents think they're good at something, they'll put them in that and they'll forget about the thing that's calling to them.
Yeah.
And so for you to just like run right into it, and it's like, no, this feels so natural to me. Like, this is my purpose. I think that's, that's so important for young people to hear, young queer people to hear.
Yeah.
And especially at Queen's, like, to have that place that you could root into and feel safe, that allowed you to bloom also in so many other ways.
Yeah.
Is really, really important.
Totally. And I tell people to this day, I went to Queen's for makeup, and they're like, what are you fucking talking about? It's like, no, I did. That's where it started. And that's where I taught myself to do it. Like, that was weirdly the beginning. And now it's been, I don't know how many years. What is it, 2026? It's been like 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when I dropped out, it was still COVID though for about a year and a half. So it's like 3.5 years in now doing it professionally, and I still feel like I'm learning.
So when you dropped out and you were like, I want to do this full time.
Yeah.
How did you fund the dream? Because I think for a lot of creators, that's maybe the biggest thing that's keeping them from going full force into the dream is like, I don't have money. I don't know how I'm going to make money. I want to make money doing this, but I don't know how to start.
I think, I think community was very important at the beginning. Like, my neighborhood booked me to do their glams. Like, I was getting girls who knew me from high school. Like, I was a couple years older than them. They would book me for their proms those next couple years after I had, graduated. Or, well, I guess, it was a couple years later, but like younger girls, and my little sister's 5 years younger. So like her group, and I even did my little sister's prom makeup. Early on, I also posted some TikToks that were very like hyper illusion type looks, and they did really well. And it was at the early phase of TikTok where you could really get like a couple million views on your first post by accident, because it was a smaller platform and like it was really boosting early creators. So I got a lot of followers from TikTok to Instagram very early on because my looks were like shocking, I guess. I was getting a lot of hate though, and it almost made me stop. And I reapplied to Ryerson University, and I went to a full semester there thinking I had failed as a makeup artist because my early looks were, I was getting death threats like written in multiple languages of like, if you are ever in my country, we will behead you. Like, it was just disturbing. And it was because I was a queer man online. Like, that early exposure, especially like 5 years ago, I feel like we were in like a very not woke phase, and I think woke is coming back, thank God. But people were way nastier online back then, and like queer men, and even like being gay was like more taboo as recently as like 5 years ago to me. Like, my little sister's age group now comes out like it's nothing, almost like to join the like tribe. Like, it's like, it's an honor to be bisexual nowadays. Like, it's like crazy how much more it's in the media, how many more celebrities are out, how much presence there is in like even things like Wicked, like musical theater is big right now. Like, it's strange to watch as like a little gay kid who was so ashamed of his obsession with Wicked. So yeah, I forget what I was even talking about, but
How you funded the dream.
yes, how I funded the dream. Yes, so TikTok allowed me to blow up early, but it also scared the fuck out of me because I realized so quickly that, again, I couldn't contain it. Like, perfection wasn't achievable. And so that applied to my kit as well. For like the first 2 years, my kit was a duffel bag of like loose products, and I'm not kidding, just like all my products, like, and I would have to like sift through it like a shopping bag to find like the right shade of foundation. Like, it wasn't even organized by product, like there was no sections, it was just a bag. So I didn't really fund it flawlessly initially. Like, I had to start small because I didn't have the means to have a celebrity level kit, and I didn't really have the clientele who demanded that either. So I kind of grew with my budget. Nowadays I have more access. Like, I receive PR every once in a while from brands, so I don't have to like maintain like a budget allocated to keeping my kit well organized, and that's a really big blessing. So growth has allowed me a lot more freedom, thank God. But initially my budget was funded by my bar mitzvah money. Like, it was, yeah, like it was just birthday money. Like, I would go buy a new palette, or like even at Queens, I remember trying to order makeup and truly emptying my bank account. Like, I would have to go to the Dollar Tree on Princess and buy like the quinoa packets that were $1.50, and that would be like lunch and dinner, one packet per meal for weeks, and I loved it. I honestly still crave it low key. Like, there's this certain mood I'll get in where I'm like, I need Dollar Tree quinoa. Yeah, but that's very niche. Very few will understand.
We'll take you for lunch after.
Yeah.
It's in our budget.
But yeah, the budget grew with me, I guess, and I just allowed myself to start small. Because again, if I had expected myself to be like, oh, you're not allowed to show up to gigs if you don't have a celebrity level kit, then I would have never done a gig, because I would have never grown into that level of like product. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have been at Ryerson.
Yeah, I would have been at Ryerson. I went to Ryerson for creative industries fashion. So I was still trying to like align myself with something that would suit me, but it was a business program, and I was like, no, I'm a creative. I need to stop learning things and start like teaching things. And soon after that, I started teaching master classes with my glam. So I still have applied my Con Ed and my creative industries. It's all been part of the journey, but
Yeah, the divine plan.
I just didn't need it.
You've been through so much. Like, the trials, the tribulations, they were testing you.
Yeah.
With TikTok.
Well,
They were
it's proof that like
testing you.
it's not going to be a straight path. Like, people are kind of like, oh, they'll DM me, how did you get to where you are as a makeup artist? I'm like, girl, like, you would not want to follow how I got here, because you will spend ridiculous money. You'll move to Kingston by accident. Like, a lot will be insane. Like, But I mean, look, it brought me to you, so I'm here still because of the way the universe carried me to this point, and it was all intentional. I believe.
Always.
Yeah, always.
And you hold like so much wisdom.
Yeah.
Like you saying these, like, take these steps of faith, trust yourself, bet on yourself, and moving through all of these seasons. Is there something or someone who has been a teacher to you?
Hmm. A teacher to me. Not in a big ego way. I'm like, there's definitely somebody who's taught me stuff.
It can be self, you know?
I'm trying to think. I think, like, not in a basic way, and I'll try and come up with a second answer as well, but I think my parents, my dad's a first generation immigrant, so his parents moved here from Morocco, and his older sister was even born over in Morocco. And so my dad grew up in Canada with parents who didn't even speak English and had not a dime to fund any of his dreams or ambitions. And he still went on to put himself through university on like waitering money and slayed it. He went to a great business school and wound up working for Adobe as the like head of Adobe Canada, and then went on to being the head of Apple Canada for education.
Okay.
And all on a first generation immigrant dream, and he just made it happen. And so I think that ambition and that like determination of like, I don't care if I don't have what it takes yet, I will. Like a manifestation of like, I know this life is for me, so I'm gonna keep making strides to get there because it's just on the horizon. Like should I be sitting down or should I stand up and start walking into the sunset, you know? Like, so he has always inspired me to be like, get off your ass, and not in a Kim Kardashian way, but get to work. Like, yeah, like, I don't think enough people want to work. No, I'm kidding. Everyone's working very hard. The world sucks right now. So working hard right now is even a feat, and I'm proud of all of us doing our best. But yeah, my dad did that with no money and made it to where he's at now and was able to fund things for me like Queens. And so I don't take that lightly at all. And when I dropped out, I decided, you know, you are not about to flop. Like you don't get to drop out and now it's like, oh, school wasn't for me, so I'm gonna like just like be a privileged little brat. No, I wanted to make a life for myself, and I haven't really taken a dime from anyone other than like school being supported for me, so I didn't go into debt, but nobody's funded the makeup career, and I didn't go to school for it at all. It's all been on my own determination to make it happen. And I think that's inspired by my dad's will to thrive. Like, you have to go.
There's fire in your bloodline. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Both my parents are Tauruses, stubborn people. Like, you just gotta have it. Like, there's no giving up.
Wow.
And I'm an Aries, so I'm like a baby fire sign, and I think that gives me a good level of innocence. Like, I think I'm very like pure hearted, and I like that Aries is the first in the horoscope. It's like a baby, but it's also fire because like I just feel like I want to like
Go.
Yeah.
glow.
Yeah, we're both Sagittarius.
Oh, perfect. That's my moon. And my little sister, my queer little sister, who I feel like I raised, is also a Sag. Yeah.
Well, you're going, like, you're doing the thing, and even entering the year of the fire horse, almost entering the astrological new year, like, we feel your momentum from, like, all the way in Kingston. Feel it. So you've been in rooms with, you know, people who have been going, and people who have been on this journey years and years. And also, also in that spotlight and having, you know, the light and the dark of it all. So what have you learned from being in those rooms? And also, like, for us, we talk about third spaces a lot. There's places in between home and work where, you know, your identity can thrive and you can just be a little creative whirlwind. Do you find that your chair and like the people who grace your chair does that chair become a third space for them in some sort of way, like who they are privately versus who they are publicly?
Totally. I would say for sure. Like, even for me, like, it's therapeutic for me to do makeup. And if I'm like bored one day or feel like off, I'll post on my story, like, any models want to come over because
No, I always want to come to
it's like,
Kingston.
yeah, I know, next time you're in town, please. But it's like a 5 hour like therapy session for me of like connection. Like, I just love talking, if you couldn't tell. And we've had some of the deepest chats of my life in my makeup chair, truly. And that's true to a lot of my clients. I mean, it goes deeper with you, but like a lot of my clients will come to me with, you know, at different parts of their life, it's really special too to like witness people on their wedding day. You know, you get to connect with somebody so in love and so excited, or on their prom day or on their birthday, you know, just people celebrating. Like, I'm constantly around somebody happy. Like, my clients are either filming a music video they've been dying to shoot all their life, and, you know, they're living their dream for their inner child, and I am too. And so it's like two inner childs connecting. Like, I feel like the industry is, if you're a pure-hearted person, and I sound insane, I'm not that like obsessed with myself, but I feel pure-hearted to some degree. I think we're all a little corrupted, but I think if you're a pure-hearted person in the industry, it's just your inner child wanting to make art with your friends. Like, I feel like little kids with like finger paints at the art table sometimes on set, and it's so cute and fun. So yeah, I think it really heals me to have that third space of a makeup chair, because it allows me to have a revolving door of joy and to make crazy art. Like, it heals my inner child to go on Pinterest nowadays and see my own work posted by other people just trying to share the love. Yeah. That's something I've dreamed of, and to see it manifest is wild. Sometimes I like smoke a little weed and pinch myself. I'm like, no, like, this is not real. Like, what do you mean? And again, not in a big ego way, but things are weird right now. Like, I just glam Tyla. Like, I'm looking at my own Instagram and it's Tyla, and I'm like, oh, like, what? Like, you did that? Like, I black out during these celebrity glams, to be honest, because they're so overwhelming. I mean, they're epic. It's so incredible to connect with talent at that degree, and they are some of the most talented people I've ever seen. Like, it's weird. Celebrities are celebrities for a reason, in my opinion. They are exceptional, like superhumans in a way. It's very interesting, but yeah, I sort of black out every time I meet them because I'm so in awe of that presence. And maybe it's superficial, but I'm a child of like reality TV. I love celebrity culture, so I'm so gagged when I'm around it. They are just humans, so I'm like, they're superhumans. Like, I need to stop. But
kind of cool though. It's kind of cool to like
yeah,
in person see you've seen online.
Yeah.
And it does take work ethic to to that degree. You
Yeah.
receive it that way.
And that third space also like looks different every day. Like, often it's my makeup chair in my basement that you've sat in many times, and my little studio space that is my favorite place to glam. If you're booking me, please come to me. But no, it's okay. I'll come to you. But it's a different chair a lot of the time. I've worked in this building that we're shooting in right now. I've worked in New York City, where I've always dreamed of, but I've worked, you know, with the views of like Manhattan, and I could cry the second I finished the glam because like tattooed in my arm it says I Heart New York, and you know, I've manifested these moments for myself, and then they come true and you just gag, and it's like, wait, but this is my third space. Like, I'm just so honored to be working in this environment and to be connecting with the spaces I've always dreamed of. So yeah, that third space is a really cool, ever evolving, ever growing, and like revolving door of different vibes. And I love it so much because I don't like to, in a very Debbie Ryan way, I can't sit still. It scares me.
So scary. I agree. I love it. A revolving door of joy.
Yeah.
That's epic. This is what we all want from our work life, from just our day-to-day.
Right.
We don't want that scary, mundane corporate situation always.
No.
But even in those spaces, we still want to make it a revolving door of joy.
Mm-hmm.
So you manifest things like lickety split.
down. And it's almost to a degree where I feel psychic. I'm like, I'll feel like a tinge, like, and I swear on my life,
It's like
I will be
brave.
exposed to a celebrity for a long time. Like, I will have seen, you know, somebody like, who have I been manifesting recently? Like, well, I mean, even someone like Tyla, for example, because it already happened, so I'll use that so I don't say anything crazy. But I would have seen her on my Instagram for years and scrolled past it, but then it will like hit me one day. Like, I'll see an image of somebody that I've always kind of been like, oh, I'd like to work with them. And then in a moment, I will like truly feel like a pulse in my body that's like, oh, it's coming. Like now it's like the time is going to connect. And I swear to God, it's like a weird psychic energy prediction, and they always happen. Like it maybe it's just the way that like the universe kind of allows almost everything to happen eventually. And I'm sort of like one of those crazy, like hyper analyzing everything, being like, it's aligning. But I swear it is. Like, it feels like it is. And I really feel it physically. Like, and I know maybe some people aren't as in touch, or maybe it doesn't mean as much to them to manifest in this way. But for me, it really like feels like an energy transfer. Like, I'm like receiving a download, yeah, from the universe.
Exactly. Like, if you're not tapped in, it does sound crazy, but
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we have had dreams that are like receiving that download.
Mm-hmm.
I think in our energetic, like, we just know when the momentum is here. We know when the next thing is coming.
Yeah.
And I think we're in that season right now.
Totally.
Like, it's brewing.
Yeah, I'm going to get a tattoo of a carousel because it's the year of the horse, but I want to like fag it up a little bit. So I want it to be like a carousel horse, because I think that's how I would manifest as a horse in this year of
That Mary
like
Poppins
galloping.
I'd break the fourth wall.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Free to Be You and Me? A must watch. Like, link it or something, because Free to Be You and Me is a movie from the 60s or 70s that taught me as a child it's okay to be queer. Like, there's songs in it like It's All Right to Cry. That was one of my favorites. There's songs like there's one that's about how moms and dads can both have jobs and how they can both be present in your life as parents or as workers, and it's a beautiful song. And there's a whole scene of two babies and they're debating, oh, are you a boy or am I a girl? Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? A cocktail waitress? You're a boy. And they have no concept of gender because they're little babies, and I loved that movie. But in the beginning scene of Free to Be You and Me, there's a carousel and it's spinning, and Michael Jackson as a kid is in the movie, and Roberta Flack and a lot of icons. It's so good. Marlo Thomas, so many icons are in this movie. It's so beautiful. And the horses start galloping off the carousel and running into the sunset, and that's like the dream. That's always been, as a kid, like when I picture myself manifesting, it's been that carousel spinning and the horse running off, and now it's the year of the horse, and I feel like one of them. So I want to put that shit on my body.
I love that story.
And tattoos have been a big part of my manifestation too. Like, inking shit into my blood has made a big difference in terms of how I feel aligned with my body. And I get tattoos now for each major moment. So like, the first tour I went on was with an artist named Cherry, and I put cherries in my sternum.
Yeah.
And what else? I did, the first TV show I did was a ghost hunting TV show across Canada, and I put a little ghost with me because I like to bring my momentum with me. Like, I like to catch it and like keep it. I don't know.
And then propel you to the next thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're joining the team. Like, help me. Let's go.
That's so.
Well, I've always thought of tattoos as like a personal museum.
Exactly.
And yes, like, it marks each of your achievements and accomplishments in this career.
The first time Monique and I we got a tattoo together.
I'm obsessed with that.
In Costa Rica.
Oh, I love Costa Rica so much.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Costa Rica is the most lush place I've ever been. I felt so like heaven on earth there. I love
Alive.
Truly.
Yeah.
You talk about little Adam a lot, like
Yeah.
as a little creative, and in your work, your inner child playing. What would you say to little Adam if we had a fourth chair just hanging around?
Ooh. Hmm. I would tell him that, girl, you know what you're doing. Like, it would be that simple. I trusted myself back then too. I was like very scared of fucking up, but I knew I had the vision. I just didn't want it to flop. But I would tell him, like, literally do the exact same thing you did, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like, I don't want to give my old self advice of like correction, because I don't think, like, if all of this went perfect, that I would be where I am now. And I don't think I'd be as happy. So I think, like, all of what's accumulated and as it is tattooed into my flesh, like, I'm grateful for every scar on this body. Like, I'm hoping little Adam does it all again and just knows that it's gonna work out.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
I know. He's right here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Exactly. Like, I still feel like I'd be like, come sit on my lap. Like, we are one.
True.
Truly.
But when we glam, it's true. I feel like we're just two little kids. Like,
Yeah.
we'd be skipping school,
Right.
doing this in the bathroom.
Yeah, and then ordering Chinese food and watching Real Housewives. Or, Drag Race. Like,
You would have said that just before you came in.
Like, just so you know, like, we've sat on Adam's floor eating Chinese, watched Drag Race.
watching Drag
That's
Race.
how you know.
And that's my safe space. Like, that's my third space. That's part of my job. I'm like, now that we're done the glam, want to like get fried and like just relax, and it's heaven.
Amen.
Yeah, it's the best.
So when people look at your work, say 20 years from now,
Yeah.
The next year of the Fire Horse,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want them to feel, or what do you want your work to emulate or to speak to or to say?
That's, wow. I mean, what do I want my work to say? I just love, like, iconic moments. I like the idea of leaving a stamp on the planet, and I feel like a few makeup artists have. I think Kevin Aquan really like changed the fabric of what it meant, and like changed the course and the path of makeup artistry. And then I think someone nowadays like Pat McGrath continues to like completely reshape my mind with makeup and innovate and take me places, and I feel like uniquely so. And so I hope someday and they both have brands, and I think that's a major part of the expression, like allowing people to then use your vision for even how to apply makeup and what colors and what textures. Like, I would love to leave that impact where I've now allowed makeup artists to use my vision through their artistry and see artistry of other creators using products I've worked to innovate for makeup artists. And I feel like in 20 years, I'll still be just as annoyed at certain textures in makeup, and I'll still hope that somebody's out there formulating something better. And I hope I can do that, because I think, yeah, it would be really sick to see my vision manifested through other artists. And I get like full on chills when other people do makeup in front of me. Like when I'm on a full team of artists on a music video or something, and I'm watching other artists do like such clean, nasty work, like it's so good, I get full chills, and I want to see like products I've worked to create, because that's the dream as a little makeup lover. Like, you want to have your little palettes and your products in the packaging of your dreams, and I would love to see other artists get to use those products and how that would like show up in the world. And yeah, just spread the Faces by Adam love. Yeah.
We could do that.
So in this season of expansion,
Mm-hmm.
what are some affirmations that you're holding close to your heart and that would maybe help other creatives, help us even? Yeah, what are some affirmations or prayers or just quiet words you're whispering to yourself?
Well, they're tattooed into me.
Yeah.
If I could use those as affirmations, because that's how I affirm. Like, I love wording, and I love, like, even down to the font has to speak to me for my affirmations. Like, as a kid, I ran like Hunger Games fan accounts on Instagram, and I like curated them, and they're still out there, and I love to like go back and look at how OCD I made my posts like stunning. And so like I've always loved affirmations like visually and like through like art style. So on my knuckles it says free bird, and it's just a reminder like to like really spread your wings and fly and go. Like, you are a free bird on this planet. You really can like fly away if you feel the need, and you can also like build a nest if you feel the need. So I've always felt like a free bird. Slow burn was a big one. Shout out Casey Musgraves. I love that song, and it changed my life, and reminding myself that like what's meant for you won't miss you, and what enters your life is a gift, and what exits your life is a gift, and it has to, you have to allow it to slow burn, or it will fizzle out. Like, you know, everything tastes better cooked slower, like a slow roast. So, well, I don't eat that. I'm lying. Like I told you guys, I only eat white meat chicken, but I'm sure the meat eaters would agree with that, I think. But slow burn is just a reminder to me to like allow myself to not like think I'm failing if it doesn't happen right away. And that's been, yeah, exactly. So I put it like right where my eyes go on my hands, because I need that constant reminder, like, it's okay. You are meant to be where you are right now.
Wow.
This is a Joni Mitchell lyric. Oh, I would still be on my feet, from the song A Case of You, my favorite Joni song. And it's just a reminder of like, nobody can knock you down in the tackiest way, but like, you know, stay on your feet, like go. I feel like a lot of my tattoos are about like, you have to like, you know, not keep it moving, because that's so like cog in the machine core, but like
Keep stepping.
allow yourself to be where you are, and like be strong and firm in that, and don't like expect yourself to be anywhere else. Like, be where your feet are, and oh, I would still be on them. You know what I mean? What else?
Take it off.
Soft. This is a big one for me. I, as a child, was told I was soft because I always cried, and it was used to hurt me, being told I was soft. And nowadays, softness is like my favorite thing. Like, I want to be soft. I want to live a soft life, soft girl era, you know. I want like soft skin. I want soft hair. I want soft music. Like, I just, softness was weaponized against me, and being called a softie or like an emotional child broke me for a while, but embracing that softness is a superpower for me. Oh, evergreen on my chest, a reminder that you're always going up. Like, it's evergreen, and you can always have a new season. Like, you know, you can always stay green. I don't know how to explain it other than that. What else?
I love it. We're getting a tattoo.
Yeah. This is a reminder to give yourself flowers, because again, you can't really expect anything from anyone. So I think that's an affirmation of like, I'm doing this for me, and I'm going to reward myself when I feel I've accomplished things, instead of always expecting to be celebrated or immediately looking for the next celebration. You got to slow down and give yourself those flowers. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, you know, if there's always something next, girl, you'll never be happy. Diva. A reminder that it's okay to live in your confidence. Like, I think for a while I was a people pleaser, trying to be soft and like small, and I think these being on opposite arms is sort of a duality, but like, be a diva, like take up space, or somebody else will, like, and live in that diva-ness. Like, diva is a female version of a hustler. Like, you're allowed to be a diva, because like, why I say why can men, as if I'm not a man, but like, I don't know, y'all know what I mean. I'm more of a diva. There's others, but yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, the last one on my shoulder, it says, how do all the pretty things make you feel? And it's a reminder to not monetize pretty things, but a reminder to feel them. And I think that's a big thing in my work. Like a lot of my work has been creatives where I've not been paid or, you know, and I don't want to be because I want to connect and I want to feel the pretty things instead of like forcing my hobby and my love for makeup into purely capitalism. Yeah.
Every single thing is perfectly placed
Thank
on you and in your life.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think maybe just to wrap it up,
Yeah.
what is next?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it rest? Is it
It's play.
It's play.
I think it's play because I leave to Mexico in 4 days and I'm getting engaged to my boyfriend in Mexico. So what's next is just more alignment. Yeah, like in about a week I'll be engaged.
Wait, that's so...
And I'm proposing at a waterfall in Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
In Puerto Vallarta, which I know, guys, just went through a hard time if you're watching this in recent news, but it's a beautiful place. The people there really care about tourism and it's their livelihood. So if you go, please keep your trip and tip them down because these people are incredible. And Puerto Vallarta's my like second home. I've been going every year since I was a kid and I can't wait for this next trip. And it's not destroyed. It's just, it's still a beautiful, safe space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I was just in Mexico City.
Exactly.
And it's
heaven.
Yeah.
Spectacular, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's next. And then
I can't move.
in terms of like career, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to let life take me. I have no idea. And that's the best part.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Thank
Really,
you guys.
thank
This was so fun.
Mm-hmm.